Hey, how's it going? Back in my old setup. Who remembers these old videos when I used to sit here and talk about you-know-who? We won't speak her name. So as I stated in my previous video, I am moving over from commentary about a person we will not discuss to books. We're going to talk about all things book related and read a lot and learn some stuff and have some fun. Is that something you're interested in? Then go ahead and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And leave a like. It helps the algorithm. It helps me out and all that good stuff. And so let's get into today's video, shall we? So today's video is kind of a theme. It's books I really want to read this summer. Now, I'm hoping to read more than what I show you, but I'm also kind of hoping to stick to what I want to read too. So I have books here. I might end up liking monthly TBRs more than seasonal, but for now we'll start with seasonal and see how that goes. Hey T. Hi. I have lots of animals. I'm like Dr. Dolittle. Summer is, for me, books I read in the summer are like beach reads, fun reads, quick reads. So we'll see how long he lasts. He does like a cuddle. He does enjoy a good cuddle. This is Ty, like the food. Ty, he's been with us for a year. He's 16, he's a little rescue, and he's just living his best retirement life. Right? Right, T? We call him T. All right, so let's get started on books I hope to read over the summer months, though it really does not feel like even spring here. It's like second winter in the Pacific Northwest, and it's horrible, and someone send us the sun ASAP. Please. Please. Okay, so the first book I'm hoping to get to is Taylor Jenkins Reid, One True Loves. I'm currently reading Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It's my book I take to work. I have my workbook. So I'm hoping like once I finish that Taylor Jenkins Reid book, I can just toss this one in my purse and take it with me to read. It's about a newlyweds, and her husband goes missing. He's like in the armed forces and he's presumed dead, and she gets on with her life, and then spoiler alert, he's back. So I don't know, it sounds very interesting to me. And every Taylor Jenkins Reid book I've read, I have loved and devoured. And even though I only read the book at work, I'm making really good progress. I get a lot done. So I'm hoping to get to this book. It'll just be like a fun summer book. If you haven't checked out anything by Taylor Jenkins Reid, you really should. I recommend Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, because that book is awesome. And then once you read that book, you should go right into Malibu Rising. I know some people were going to say Daisy Jones and the Six, which she is, I don't know if it's a movie or a TV show, but she's coming out with something about Daisy Jones and the Six. So, get that one on your list as well. Okay, so definitely this book for sure. And then I have a book I bought last fall, which I meant to read over Halloween, and I didn't, because I was putting out all that commentary videos on the person whose name we shall not repeat, and I still have this book and I haven't read it. And so I was like, I do enjoy a good horror thriller novel, and I'm not really sure where this one's gonna fall, but I've read so many books by this author that I'm like, I gotta get to it. And that's Dolores Claiborne by Stephen King. I did a video back in October of my favorite Stephen King books, but I haven't read this one, and I got it at the Elliott Bay Book Company, which is my favorite bookstore in Seattle. If you're ever in Seattle, you need to head up to Capitol Hill. I love the smell in there. It has a smell. It has a very distinct smell, and it's not a book smell. It's just this smell, and it's amazing. And I walk in there and I'm like, I feel like whatever stress I'm having, like stress of trying to find parking in Seattle that's not going to cost an arm and a leg, or, you know, getting from point A to point B without drowning, you know, or all those stressors, the second I walk into Elliott Bay Books, I'm just soothed. It's great. So if you're ever in Seattle, please go to that bookstore. It's amazing. So I got this book there. So we're going to put this on the list for this summer because I've seen this movie. So here's the thing with me. If I've seen a movie before I read the book, and then if I see that movie like multiple times, like I've seen Dolores Claiborne because I really like the movie. I think it's really good. Chances are really low that I won't read the book. But every time I do read the book, even though I'm really familiar with the movie, it's always a really amazing experience. So I'm going to set that all aside and I'm going to check out this book for sure because I love Stephen King. Definitely want to get to that one over the summer. And then when I was doing books to read when you're in a book slump, that last video I put out, and I was talking about V.E. Schwab, I realized I have an unread book on my shelf. Well, I have two, but I really want to get to this, and that is The Invisible Life of Addie Larue. I don't even know what this is about. Oh no, the back's all messed up. Oh no. Anyways, I got this book when I was with Book of the Month, which books. So, but I really want to get to this one. I've heard people really like it. I don't know what it's about, but I feel like it would be a really good summer book. So I'm hoping to get to it soon. The next book I really want to get to, and I'm gonna start over. So this is a book I read last summer when I was in South Dakota, and I was really into it, and I got so far on the plane ride home, and then I just put it down and never picked it back up. But I really liked it. But that was just me last year when I was doing all those videos. I really wasn't focused enough to read. So I really want to start this book over and just start again. And that's She Who Became the Sun. My favorite booktuber peruse project. She actually, I actually tagged her in a picture of this when I started reading it last summer, and she actually like responded like, "Oh my God, it's my favorite book." And she's really heavy into urban fantasies and that books. And I don't read a lot of it, but I do like her content, and I like to try new things and kind of branch out a little because I'm not very familiar with fantasy novels or even science fiction. Like, it's never been my thing, but I'm really trying to like push the boundaries out. So since she loved this book and I was enjoying it, I don't remember anything about it, and I'm like on page 239, so I made really good progress. I will just have to start this over and see how much more I enjoy it. I'm trying to get my TBR down, so I'm trying to read the books I already have before I buy more, which kind of sucks if you're like a booktube channel because you're like, well, I need content. I should go buy more. That's content. No, we could shop my own shelves. Okay. Okay, so the next book I want to read is kind of dark and twisted. I don't really care. I want to do this. Anyways, so A Certain Anniversary is coming up in August. And I feel like that would be, or even July, August, I feel like a good time to read Helter Skelter. No. I know. How long is this book? Oh, it's not that bad. Why did I think it was way longer? Okay, hold on. It's 650 pages, give or take. But this is supposedly the #1 true crime bestseller of all time. I love true crime. I love true crime. One of my favorite true crime books is I'll Be Gone in the Dark. Listen to that one on audio. Mind-blowing. So good. But I've seen the movie. I saw that in high school and I was like, what? That was the first time I ever heard about Charles Manson and Helter Skelter. And I became kind of obsessed with the Beatles' White Album. Just everything related to the 60s and the late 60s especially. So It's a crime I haven't read this book yet. And I thought, you know, summer's approaching. I've been staring at this book on my shelf, and I think, you know, this should be the time I do it. This should be the season I read this. Screw Halloween. I like true crime. I don't know, I like to make it creepy. How creepy can I make it? Anyways, okay. Next book. I saw this one. This is like one of those books. I have a book subscription service, you guys, and I've had it for a couple years now. So I get books that I would never buy on my own. And sometimes it's great. And sometimes there's moments like this, like where I see it and I'm like, hello, who are you? Where did you come from? Did I buy you? It's quite possible that I bought you. And then luckily I left myself a set of clues because it had a signed book plate in it and it had an unplugged book thing. And I was like, oh, you're from Unplugged. Okay. Happy you're here. Welcome to the party. The Secret Next Door by Rebecca Taylor. I have no idea what this is about. And isn't that like what it's about? I have a feeling it's definitely a thriller because Carter Wilson at USA Today says, a taut-chilling glimpse inside the homes of an affluent community built on lies, secret, and tragedy. It kind of reminds me of Little Fires. That sounds like Little Fires Everywhere, though. That's not really a thriller, but it seems like it might be really good. It takes place in Denver, and it's in an affluent neighborhood, and stuff goes crazy, I guess, but I don't know, it sounds like something you'd want to read over the summer, like a nice fast-paced book that you can read by the pool in the sun. Where are you, sun? Come back, we miss you. Oh my God. Oh, I did. One last book. I kind of mentioned this in a previous video, but that video hasn't come up yet, but you'll see this twice. Anyways, I went to Target and I bought books and I came home and I was like, why did you do that? I just felt like it. It had been forever since, well, not forever, but like months since I had gone to Target and found anything at Target that I wanted to read. No offense, but I always hold out hope for the book section at Target, and it always lets me down every time. And I saw 2 books, and I'll show you one of them. And I was like, yep, you're coming home with me. That's it. It's over. It's done. It still has a sticker on it too that says Target. I hate stickers on books, but anyways, it's The Maidens by Alex. Oh, no, we're not going to do it. And it has the Target sticker, which actually was a selling point to me because I was like, oh, 20% off? Okay, yeah, sure. And it was like buy 2, get some sort of BOGO deal on it. Anyways, I had been hearing a lot of buzz about this book, that it's really good. So if anyone's read this, let me know, but don't tell me too much because I think part of the fun of some books is like you've heard it's good and you just kind of, something stands out about the book, so you get it and someone's like, what's it about? And you're like, don't know, haven't read it yet. That is everything I hope to read this summer. I do hope to read way more than that, though that is a lot for someone who has been in over a year-long reading slump, and I'm finally coming out of it. I'm really excited. I'm making really good progress on that Catherine book, and yeah, I'm just really proud of my progress that I'm doing on that book. And I'm really impressed with how much I've been reading at work on my breaks. And I've noticed that I've been doing this thing too that has really been helping me out with my own book slump. And that is, I've been listening to Catherine the Great on audio on my way to work and on my way home from work. And I find that by the time I get to work, I feel like calmer. And I just put on the audiobook and listen to it on my way to work and on my way home. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel better. I feel less stressed. Not all the time, but it's more often than not. And I find that I'm reading more on my lunch break, and I'm actually making significant progress on the book because it's engaging. Like, Taylor Jenkins Reid never does me dirty, like, ever. I hope I've inspired you to pick something up, something that maybe you want to read, or just given you something to talk about. Like, maybe I showed one of these books and it's your absolute favorite. Please gush about it. I would love for you to gush about a book that you love. So, and I also would love to know if you have any reading plans for the summer. Are you having summer where you are? You are? Can we have some? Can you share? That is everything for me. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.